Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Story Time with Mr. Arias. Before I get started reading today, I want to do a quick announcement letting you know that this is the last time I'll be reading from the school library. Starting tomorrow, me and this trusty rocking chair, we're going to be going on a virtual adventure. So please be sure to tune in and see where we actually end up reading from tomorrow. To get started back up with The Wizard of Oz, yesterday we read chapter 1, and Dorothy is a young girl in Kansas who got caught up in a storm, but rather than going down to the cellar, she went to save her dog Toto. What kind of things happened as a result? Let's see, chapter 2 is termed The Munchkins. After a long time, Dorothy woke up. Everything was very quiet. Bright sunshine came through the windows. Toto pressed his cold nose against Dorothy's face. "Where am I?" asked Dorothy. "What happened to Uncle Henry and Aunt Em?" She ran to the door and looked out at a magical land. All around her were beautiful green trees and colorful flowers. Tiny purple birds sang as they flew from tree to tree. Dorothy had never seen such a lovely place. Suddenly, she heard a small voice say, "Welcome to the land of Munchkins." Dorothy turned around, and there were 3 men and 1 woman standing in a circle. They were all the same size as Dorothy, but they looked like grown-ups. They wore hats that rose to a small point about a foot above their heads. Tiny bells tinkled when they moved. The men wore strange blue suits and had long white sleeves. The woman wore a long gown covered with stars. She made a bow, and in a sweet voice she said, "How can we thank you for killing the Wicked Witch of the East? You have set us free." Dorothy was shocked. "There must be some mistake," she said. "I have not killed anyone." The tiny woman pointed to the house. "Look, your house landed on the witch. Those are her feet sticking out from under a block of wood." "Oh dear," cried Dorothy. "I'm so sorry." "There is nothing you can do," said the woman. "She was a very wicked witch, and she made the Munchkins slaves for many years. Now, thanks to you, we are free." "Are you a Munchkin?" asked Dorothy. "Oh no," answered the woman. "I am the Good Witch of the North." Dorothy had never heard of a good witch, but the kind woman explained that Dorothy was now in the land of Oz. In the land of Oz, there were 4 witches. The witches who lived in the north and south were good, and the people loved them. But the witches who lived in the east and west were wicked. "Now you have killed the Wicked Witch of the East," explained the gentlewoman. "There is only one wicked witch still alive." Now Dorothy understood. She was happy to have helped the Munchkins, but she wanted to return to Kansas and see her Uncle Henry and Aunt Em. The Good Witch and the Munchkins had never even heard of Kansas. Dorothy was a long, long way from home. She began to cry. She felt very lonely in this strange land. When the Good Witch saw that Dorothy was crying, she took off her cap and balanced the point on the end of her nose. She counted to 3. The cap changed into a slate. On the slate were the words, "Let Dorothy go to the Emerald City." Dorothy dried her tears. "You must go to the Emerald City. Maybe the Wizard of Oz can help you," said the Good Witch. Who is the Wizard of Oz?" asked Dorothy. "He is a great wizard," answered the Good Witch. "He is more powerful than all of us put together. He lives in the Emerald City. Only he can help you return to Kansas." How can I get to the Emerald City?" asked Dorothy. "You must walk," answered the Good Witch. "You will see a yellow brick road. Follow that road, and you will find the Wizard of Oz." Then the Good Witch kissed Dorothy on the forehead. It was a magical kiss, and it left a round, shining mark. It would protect Dorothy on her long trip. The Munchkins gave Dorothy the silver slippers that the Wicked Witch of the East had worn. They had a special magic, but no one knew what it was. Dorothy put on the silver slippers, waved goodbye to her new friends, and she and Toto began their journey to the Emerald City. Have to tune in tomorrow to see what happens. Ooh, chapter 3 could be a good one. It's called The Scarecrow. Have a good night, everybody. Hope you tune in tomorrow.